This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, today we're going to be looking at something that really has brought back a spirit in my heart that has been missing for, well, not for a long time, but it reminds me a lot of my youth. Today we're going to be taking a look at a game called Parks from Keymaster Games. And I'm going to tell you something. The art on this and everything to do with this just reminds me of back when I was a young boy. When I was growing up as a young boy, I used to run up mountains. We lived near a mountain in the forest next to streams and lakes, and yeah, we played board games, but we also went outside too. And taking a look at this just brings back a lot of things because the art is just so overwhelmingly beautiful. But we'll talk more about that later. Let's go take a look and learn a little bit about Parks. Okay, I'm not going to explain every rule here, but I'm definitely going to show you what's going on here. First of all, these components are ridiculous. I mean, these wooden figures are just gorgeous. Everything about this game is just aesthetically beautiful. I am playing on the mat here, okay, that you can get separately, but it comes with a board. So you can get the board that comes in the game and play off that just as easy as anything else. But they have this beautiful map, and why wouldn't you want it with a beautiful game like this? What's going to be happening is you're going to be hikers going on a trail, and you're going to be collecting resources. As you can see, these beautiful wooden resources here. And of course they come in these beautiful containers, so you get that also in the game. Now what happens is at the start of a season, you play 4 seasons, you are going to turn over a seasons card. And what it's going to do is going to give you a couple things that you can do. You're going to gain 1 water if you gain any mountains this turn. But also there's a little cloud here, and that's where you're going to put some of these resources out. So you're going to put this card here because it's going to be the first season, a season of snow. So now you get a 2 water and a sun, and skipping the first one, you go from there. So you're going to put a sun, a water, and a water. Now when you land on these spaces, you're going to get these resources, but you're going to also get these bonus resources, which is really cool. But you got to be real smart here. You're given a campfire, and I'm going to show you what happens with that. Over here you have canteens. At the beginning of the game, you're going to be given a canteen, but you can also buy other ones during the game. They're going to do different things. If you put water into the canteen, you're going to be able to do different types of things to change resources and so forth and so on. You're also going to get a year card, and in your year card is a personal bonus that you do not show other players. This one, for instance, at the end of the 4 years, at the end of the year, excuse me, you are going to, if you visit 6 parts, you're going to get 2 extra victory points. If you visit 8, you're going to get 3. So you're going to have that, but you don't want anybody to see that. Now you're going to be going through here and collecting all kinds of different resources. Now your opponent, or if you're playing solo, the Rangers, which is a whole different thing because there's a really neat mechanism with that, you're going to come through and you're going to be collecting all these resources. If ever you land, want to go on the same spot as somebody else, you can burn your campfire, which means it's out and does not ignite until you get to the end of the trail here. Now, the end of the trail has a different bunch of things. So say you decide to finally come to the end of the trail. If you go to visit a park, you can visit a park and pay whatever resources you have. As you can see, some of these parks are just absolutely beautiful. You can buy these with a forest, a mountain, and 2 water. That's going to give you 3 points. Also, there is another option. You can buy some gear. Gear is going to help you, and it stays with you through the game. It helps make things cheaper. there's different gear that are going to do different things, such as, for instance, this particular gear right here. Parks cost water, 1 water less to visit. So if you decide to visit a park, you don't have to pay that 1 water. So it's actually going to be cheaper for you. And you would keep these after you pay for them, and you would pay 1 sun, 2 sun, or 3 sun for them. Now, this is the first player marker. It's pretty important because obviously you're going to want to be able to hit that area without burning out your campfire. If you burn out your campfire, well, guess what? That's not going to be cool. Now, there's also a camera. Yes, you can control a camera and be able to take certain pictures. And you're going to turn this over. Whenever you pay a resource, whenever you take a photo. So you're going to get a victory point at the end of the season for every single picture that you take. And here's all the different pictures that you could possibly take. And as you can see, they are worth 1 victory point at the end of the game. I think you're starting to see where I'm getting here, that we are trying to get as much victory points as we possibly can. Now, after a season ends, everybody goes back and we clear off everything on the tableau here. And then what happens is we're going to add another trail, okay, and go into our next season, because after all, a year is 4 seasons. So we would turn over. Now this waterfall one is special. It's only for 4 players plus, so this would automatically start in the game. But as you can see, we have a lodge, and you could tell the extra ones by the little star here. They make it very easy so you can follow. You would take all these down, because these are your basic ones. You would shuffle these up, okay, and then you would deal them out again, and they would be in different positions, of course. And then, of course, you would begin your turn. And as you can see, it just gets bigger and bigger. So you're trying to get more and more resources to buy more parks and more gear to attribute more points. And the person with the most points at the end of the game wins. So, I mean, just looking at this, this is an absolutely gorgeous and beautiful game with beautiful components. It comes with these wonderful trays. And I just want to make sure that I show you guys also that this box is just made so everything goes back perfectly, and I'm just blown away by this. But the other thing I forgot to tell you is that you can also get animals, which is really cool. And these are wild cards. And these wild cards can be used for any resource you want. I didn't want to forget that because they were also beautiful. But this game just is stunning and moving and just beautiful and plays so well and so smooth. But to get my final thoughts on it, let's go up top and see what I think about Parks. Wow. I mean, fantastic. Now, I played the solo mode in this, and I also played by myself with the regular game, and every single time I enjoyed it. The components are just ridiculous and off the chart. The beauty of this game just stands out. And like I started to say at the beginning, it just brought back something that has been missing for such a long time. And I remember so many times just going on trails. Now I lived in Connecticut, so we would go up a sleeping giant mountain all the time with my uncle, and it used to mean the world to me because we'd see everything. You know, deer, bear, whatever there was out there, and just really just enjoy the moments together. And this beautiful game just captured all these beautiful, beautiful parks. And it's just a very moving, beautiful, fun, and just exquisite game. And I can't say enough about it. This was a game that I probably would have almost overlooked at Gen Con, but I'm going to tell you, this is coming to Gen Con, and you are going to want this game. This is a masterpiece. Like I said, the components and everything about this game is top notch, and I highly suggest this. Yes, from a guy that paints miniatures, I'm telling you that this is a great, great game, and I think you will enjoy it. It's so much fun. and there's so much going on, and the beauty of it, it just really stands out, and I really think it's something that you guys would enjoy. So make sure you go get one. Get it no matter what. Keymaster Games, you guys killed it. This is fantastic. I love this game, and I really mean that. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.